7 Southeast Asian megacities that will shock the world by 2035. Listen carefully as Southeast Asians explore. For decades, Southeast Asia was seen as a region full of potential but still waiting for its breakthrough moment. Today, that moment has arrived. The region's digital economy alone is projected to grow from about $300 billion in 2024 to nearly $1 trillion by the end of the decade. It's powered by booming internet adoption, mobile technology, and a rapidly expanding middle class.
Good evening. I'm live from the heart of Kuala Lumpur, where the city pulses with energy as day turns to night. This transformation is happening most visibly inside cities. As millions of people move as rural areas transform into urban centers, these cities are becoming massive engines of productivity, innovation, and cultural influence. Entire new business districts are appearing almost overnight. Massive transit systems are expanding beneath crowded streets, and tech startups are turning once overlooked neighborhoods into vibrant innovation hubs.
By 2035, these 7 Southeast Asian megacities into Kuala Lumpur, explosive growth is on the horizon. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Watch to the end as you see the wonders of Southeast Asian megacities. Urbanization across Southeast Asia is still only around 50% in many countries. It's far below the levels seen in highly developed economy. That means the region is only halfway through its urban revolution, leaving enormous room for growth in the decades ahead.
Welcome to the vibrant heart of Southeast Asia. Let's explore the opportunities together. Join me as we discover what's possible. And at the center of that revolution are a handful of cities that are rapidly positioning themselves as the next global powerhouses. One of the most fascinating examples of this transformation is Jakarta.
At first glance, Jakarta may appear chaotic. The traffic is legendary, the population is enormous, and the city's energy can feel overwhelming. But beneath that intensity lies one of the most powerful economic engines in Asia. Jakarta is the beating heart of Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia. The city alone contributes a huge share of the country's economic output, hosting the headquarters of major banks, multinational corporations, and some of the region's most influential conglomerates. In recent years, Jakarta has also experienced a dramatic rise in global significance. Analysts expect the city's economic ranking among the world's largest urban economies to climb steadily by 2030, reflecting the growing power of Indonesia's domestic market and industrial base. But Jakarta's influence goes beyond finance. The city sits at the center of a country with more than 270 million people, a huge consumer market that global companies are eager to tap into. New infrastructure projects, including rail systems, ports, and smart city initiatives, are transforming how the metropolis functions. Despite the challenges of rapid growth, Jakarta represents something far bigger than a crowded megacity. It represents the rise of Indonesia as a major economic force. A few thousand kilometers away, another Southeast Asian city is building its own path toward global dominance. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's bustling commercial hub, has become one of the fastest-growing urban economies in the region. Over the past 2 decades, it has transformed from a manufacturing center into a dynamic hybrid economy that combines factories, technology firms, and rapidly expanding service industries. Low production costs and an increasingly skilled workforce have attracted major international manufacturers to the city. Electronics, textiles, and consumer goods produced in Ho Chi Minh City are now shipped to markets around the world. At the same time, the city is moving up the value chain. Economic studies suggest that Ho Chi Minh City has the potential to evolve from a manufacturing powerhouse into a financial and technology center, similar to how Shanghai transformed over the past generation. What makes this transformation even more remarkable is the pace at which it is happening. Vietnam's economic growth consistently ranks among the highest in Southeast Asia, supported by strong exports, foreign investment, and a young population eager to participate in the global economy. And Ho Chi Minh City sits directly at the center of that growth story. Another city that continues to surprise global observers is Bangkok. For decades, Bangkok has been known primarily as a tourism powerhouse. Millions of travelers visit every year for its temples, street food, and vibrant nightlife. But tourism tells only part of the story. Behind the scenes, Bangkok has quietly developed into one of Southeast Asia's most important economic hubs. The city hosts regional headquarters for international corporations, design firms, manufacturing companies, and technology startups. Its strategic location in mainland Southeast Asia also makes it a natural logistics gateway connecting markets from China to Malaysia. Infrastructure investments have accelerated this transformation. Massive rail expansions, airport upgrades, and urban redevelopment projects are reshaping the city's skyline while improving connectivity across the metropolitan area. Bangkok's ability to combine culture, commerce, and connectivity gives it a unique advantage among Southeast Asian cities. It is not just a place people visit. It is increasingly a place where companies build their regional strategies. Then there is Singapore, a city that has already achieved global prominence, but continues to push the boundaries of what a modern city can become. Unlike most megacities, Singapore's power does not come from size. Its population is relatively small compared to giants like Jakarta or Manila, yet its influence in finance, trade, and technology extends far beyond its geographic footprint. Singapore has built one of the most advanced urban economies on the planet. The city is a global hub for banking, logistics, and high-tech industries, attracting talent and investment from every continent. Recent economic performance shows that this momentum is still accelerating. Growth in sectors such as electronics and advanced manufacturing has continued to strengthen the city's position as a center for innovation in Asia. What truly sets Singapore apart, however, is its long-term planning. The city constantly reinvents itself through investments in education, research, and infrastructure. From smart ports to cutting-edge financial technology platforms, Singapore's strategy focuses on staying ahead of global economic trends rather than simply reacting to them. And that mindset has helped transform a small island nation into one of the most influential cities in the global economy. Another city quietly building unstoppable momentum is Manila. As the capital of the Philippines, Manila anchors one of the fastest-growing economies in Asia. Over the past decade, the country has maintained strong economic growth, driven by services, remittances, manufacturing, and an expanding technology sector. At the center of all that activity sits Metro Manila, a massive urban region where business districts like Makati, Bonifacio Global City, and Ortigas have become symbols of the country's economic ambitions. Glass towers now stand where warehouses once dominated the skyline, housing global financial firms, technology companies, and multinational headquarters that see the Philippines as a gateway to Southeast Asia. What makes Manila especially powerful is its demographic advantage. The Philippines has one of the youngest populations in Asia, creating a workforce that is energetic, adaptable, and increasingly skilled in technology and global services. The country has become a global leader in business process outsourcing, with thousands of companies operating call centers, software support services, and digital operations that serve clients across the world. This industry alone employs millions of people, and many of those operations are concentrated inside Metro Manila. Major infrastructure programs are also transforming the capital. New subway systems, rail lines, expressways, and airport expansions are designed to improve mobility across the dense metropolis. These projects aim to unlock the city's full economic potential by reducing congestion and connecting business districts more efficiently. As these systems come online over the next decade, Manila's economic output could expand dramatically, positioning it as one of the most important urban economies in Southeast Asia. Further south in Vietnam, another city is preparing to rise into global prominence. Hanoi, the nation's capital, has become a political center that is rapidly evolving into a powerful economic hub. While Ho Chi Minh City often receives more attention for its commercial dynamism, Hanoi has quietly built an impressive network of industries ranging from manufacturing to technology development. The city's growth has been fueled by foreign investment and expanding trade partnerships. Technology parks and industrial zones surrounding Hanoi have attracted global electronics manufacturers and high-tech companies looking for reliable supply chains and competitive production costs. These developments have helped transform the city from a traditional administrative capital into a modern economic powerhouse. Hanoi also benefits from Vietnam's strategic position in global trade. As companies diversify supply chains across Asia, Vietnam has become one of the most attractive manufacturing destinations in the world. Hanoi sits near major ports and logistics networks that connect factories to global markets. With continued infrastructure development and economic reforms, The city is expected to become an even more influential center for technology, manufacturing, and international commerce in the years ahead. Kuala Lumpur represents another Southeast Asian city steadily strengthening its global standing. Malaysia's capital has long served as the country's financial and cultural center, but in recent years it has taken bold steps to expand its influence in technology and international finance. The city's skyline already reflects its ambitions. Iconic skyscrapers such as the Petronas Towers symbolize Malaysia's rise as an industrial and economic force. Yet beyond the skyline lies a rapidly evolving urban ecosystem filled with innovation districts, digital startups, and global companies establishing regional operations. Malaysia has invested heavily in building a knowledge-based economy, and Kuala Lumpur sits at the center of that transformation. Government initiatives aimed at attracting technology companies, encouraging digital entrepreneurship, and supporting research have helped position the city as an emerging technology hub in Southeast Asia. Transport infrastructure is also expanding. Modern rail systems connect different parts of the metropolitan area, while nearby ports and airports facilitate international trade. These developments strengthen Kuala Lumpur's role as a regional gateway linking Southeast Asia with global markets. One city that continues to surprise global observers with its rapid transformation is Bangkok. The Thai capital combines centuries of history with an economy that is evolving quickly to meet the demands of a modern world. Beyond tourism and culture, Bangkok has become a vital center for finance, logistics, manufacturing management, and international trade. Thailand's strategic location at the crossroads of mainland Southeast Asia gives Bangkok a natural advantage as a transportation and logistics hub. Railways, highways, and ports connect the city with neighboring economies, making it a key node in regional supply chains. Companies looking to expand across Southeast Asia often choose Bangkok as a base because it offers access to multiple markets within a relatively short distance. Urban redevelopment projects have further strengthened Bangkok's global profile. New business districts, mixed-use developments, and infrastructure upgrades are transforming the city into a more efficient and modern urban environment. High-speed rail connections currently under development are expected to link Bangkok with other major cities across the region, further enhancing its role as a commercial gateway. Singapore stands apart from many other cities in Southeast Asia because it has already achieved remarkable global influence. Yet the city continues to reinvent itself in ways that keep it ahead of emerging economic trends. Its success has been built on a foundation of strategic planning, strong institutions, and a commitment to innovation. The city functions as one of the world's most important financial centers. Global banks, investment firms, and financial technology companies operate from Singapore, using it as a base for activities across Asia. The city's port is also among the busiest on Earth, handling massive volumes of global trade each year. What makes Singapore particularly fascinating is how it prepares for the future. Investments in artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and green technologies are shaping the next phase of its development. Research institutions and universities collaborate closely with industry, creating an ecosystem where new ideas quickly translate into commercial innovation. Even with limited land and resources, Singapore has demonstrated that strategic planning can transform a city into a global powerhouse. While some Southeast Asian cities are already well known, others are quietly rising with extraordinary speed. One of those cities is Surabaya in Indonesia. As the second largest city in the country, Surabaya has evolved into a powerful industrial and maritime hub that plays a critical role in Indonesia's economy. The city's port is one of the busiest in the region, connecting Indonesia's vast archipelago to international markets. Manufacturing, shipping, and logistics companies operate throughout the metropolitan area, taking advantage of Surabaya's strategic location along major trade routes. Urban development has accelerated as investment flows into industrial parks, commercial centers, and residential districts. Modern highways and transportation systems are improving connectivity, while new business opportunities are attracting entrepreneurs from across the country. Surabaya's steady growth reflects Indonesia's broader economic expansion. As the nation continues to develop its infrastructure and manufacturing base, cities like Surabaya are likely to gain increasing importance in regional trade networks. Another rapidly developing city is Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. Over the past 2 decades, Phnom Penh has transformed from a relatively quiet capital into one of the fastest-growing urban centers in Southeast Asia. Construction cranes dominate the skyline as new high-rise buildings, hotels, and commercial developments reshape the city. Cambodia's economic growth has been driven by manufacturing exports, tourism, and a steadily expanding service sector. Phnom Penh sits at the center of these industries, hosting government institutions, international organizations, and major business operations. Foreign investment has played a major role in the city's development. Infrastructure projects, industrial zones, and real estate developments have attracted companies looking to expand production in Southeast Asia. The city's population has also grown rapidly as people move from rural areas seeking new opportunities. As Cambodia continues to integrate into regional trade networks, Phnom Penh could become a significant player in the region's economic future. Across the region, a common trend is becoming clear. Southeast Asian cities are not simply growing larger. They are becoming more connected to the global economy than ever before. Trade agreements, digital technology, and expanding infrastructure are linking these urban centers into powerful networks of commerce and innovation. Companies from Europe, North America, and East Asia are investing billions of dollars in Southeast Asia's urban economies. Factories, research centers, and logistics facilities are being built at an unprecedented pace. These investments are transforming cities into dynamic ecosystems where manufacturing, technology, finance, and services operate side by side. This integration with global markets gives Southeast Asian cities an enormous advantage. As global trade continues to evolve, these cities are positioned to capture new opportunities in industries ranging from electronics and renewable energy to artificial intelligence and digital finance. Demographics also play a critical role in the region's future. Southeast Asia is home to a young and growing population, providing a workforce that is both dynamic and adaptable. Millions of young professionals are entering the labor market each year, bringing new skills and ideas that fuel innovation. Education systems across the region are expanding to meet the demands of modern industries. Universities and training centers are producing engineers, software developers, designers, and entrepreneurs who are building new businesses and technologies. This demographic advantage gives Southeast Asian cities a powerful engine for growth. While many developed economies face aging populations and shrinking workforces, the cities of Southeast Asia are benefiting from a surge of youthful energy and ambition. Technology is accelerating this transformation even further. The rapid expansion of mobile internet access has created one of the most dynamic digital markets in the world. Online commerce, financial technology platforms, ride-sharing services, and digital entertainment industries are booming across the region. Startups are emerging in cities from Jakarta to Singapore, attracting venture capital investment and creating entirely new industries. These companies are not only serving local markets, but also expanding across borders, building regional digital ecosystems that connect hundreds of millions of users. As digital infrastructure continues to improve, Southeast Asian cities are becoming laboratories for innovation. Entrepreneurs experiment with new ideas, governments support digital transformation, and investors provide the capital needed to scale successful technologies. Infrastructure development remains one of the most visible signs of the region's urban transformation. Massive projects are underway across Southeast Asia, including new airports, seaports, highways, and rail networks designed to support growing populations and expanding trade. High-speed rail lines, metro systems, and smart transportation networks are reshaping how people move through cities. These investments reduce travel times, improve efficiency, and open new areas for economic development. Improved connectivity also strengthens relationships between cities. As transportation networks expand, businesses can operate more efficiently across multiple locations, creating regional economic corridors that link urban centers together. Environmental sustainability has become an increasingly important priority as cities expand. Rapid urban growth brings challenges related to pollution, congestion, and resource management. Governments and city planners are now focusing on solutions that balance economic development with environmental protection. Green buildings, renewable energy projects, and sustainable transportation systems are becoming more common across Southeast Asia. Some cities are investing in urban parks, water management systems, and climate-resilient infrastructure designed to handle extreme weather. These initiatives reflect a broader recognition that future prosperity depends not only on economic growth, but also on maintaining healthy and livable cities. The rise of Southeast Asian cities is also reshaping global business strategies. International corporations increasingly view the region as a critical market for future growth. Instead of focusing solely on traditional economic centers, companies are establishing regional headquarters and innovation hubs within Southeast Asia. This shift is creating new opportunities for local businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals. Partnerships between international companies and local firms allow knowledge, technology, and investment to circulate throughout the region. As a result, Southeast Asian cities are becoming increasingly influential in shaping global economic trends. All of these developments point toward a powerful conclusion. The next era of global urban growth will not be dominated by the cities that defined the 20th century. Instead, new centers of influence are emerging in places that were once considered peripheral to the global economy. Jakarta, Manila, Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, and several others are building the foundations of future economic power. Each city has its own strengths, industries, and cultural identity, but together they represent one of the most dynamic regions on the planet. As infrastructure expands, industries evolve, and populations grow, these cities will continue to rise in importance on the global stage. The transformation unfolding across Southeast Asia is not a distant possibility. It is happening right now. Every year, new skyscrapers rise, new businesses launch, and millions of people move into cities that are redefining what modern urban life looks like.